probably on this video because you want to learn how to sell AI systems, aka AI sales systems, but you don't actually even know where to start. What I like to tell every single student that walks through my door is that you're not selling AI automations. Let's get that through your brain, all right? You're selling AI sales systems because that's the only way you're actually going to get people to give you money, all right? You make them money and they're going to give you money. It's kind of just how business works, all right? And we have to understand, number one, you need an offer, all right? You need an offer across the board, something that gets people to stop scrolling, something that resonates with your niche. Do some market research on what exactly you're trying to fulfill, because you're going to make the business money, but you need to understand the business and how it works and how that market works specifically to make the money, right? Now, where does AI actually come into effect? Well, you're going to generate them systems, okay? AI systems. But we have to understand you need an offer first. So that's exactly why you're on this video, to figure out your offer. A very strong offer you can run across the board is 90K in 90 days. Now, of course, you're going to have to be able to fulfill on this offer. But when you're selling AI sales systems, it's evidently very easy to scale because the offer you're making has to be scalable from the beginning. So how do we ensure that? We give them a busy ass fucking calendar, all right? You're going to create lead generation for them. You're going to create funneling for them. And you're going to create actual customer service for them, right? And you do this in 3 simple steps. So if I just go ahead and pull up my pencil, you do AI ads, okay? And you literally can just go on Arc Ads, or you can go on HeyGen and create AI avatars and just run ads for them. You're going to go ahead and fix their funneling, okay? So fix funneling. And by funneling, I really just mean create them an account where you can pretty much track their pipeline, right? You can use HubSpot, you can use QuickBooks, you can use Go High Level, which I strongly suggest you use Go High Level, because even though it is a jack of all trades, a master of none, it gets the job done, and it's something tangible because they're going to be giving you a lot of money. Like I mentioned a lot in my videos, the tickets that you make when you're selling AI sales systems are literally 5K, 6K, 10K, and even up to 20K. In the UK right now, there's people selling an AI caller just for 10K, which is insane. But you know, the business wants to feel something tangible, so you fix their funneling, and then you give them something as the works of follow up. And what exactly is follow up? Follow up is when a client pretty much services with you. You want to ensure you're getting reviews on that client because, you know, they just paid you. You want to see what actually the steps were to get that client to have a 100% satisfaction rate. And you fix that. You literally give weekly reports. All right, weekly reports. Every single customer gets a weekly report. You want to make sure that you're in the loop for 3 months. All right, I know it's a lot of gibberish, but the offer that you sell has to be a partnership for 3 months, because that gives you enough time to scale them. It gives you enough time to show numbers and show results, right? Because if you're in the online space trying to sell an AI sales systems and you're not fucking giving numbers, you're not giving results to actual clients, you're just playing around. You're just in the playground, and you're not gonna be able to scale. You're not gonna build a good reputation, and you're not gonna get referrals, right? And referrals is basically free attention. If you can turn free attention into profits, you're gonna be rich forever. Like, I kid you not, that's how literally Kylie Jenner was able to drop a sex tape and fucking never have to work ever again, because her attention was so high. It's been so high. But that's another day's discussion. Let's keep moving down into steps that you actually have to take. So how do you get people to really come in through your doors so you can get people to come in through their doors? But essentially what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to qualify leads for them. You want to funnel their leads to booked appointments. And then you want to provide customer service because it's expected in the big 2025. But not only that, you want to show significant return on investment. And the way you sell these AI sales systems is that you position it as all done on autopilot. That's exactly what they want. They want everything to be done on your end, so they just show up and finish the work and collect profits, right? So qualify their leads, funnel the leads into booked appointments, provide a customer service rep for them, which is literally just an AI caller that takes up calls, and then pretty much show them significant return on investment within, let's do this, a 3-month period. That gives you 90 days to show results. And if you can't get them results in 90 days, the business model might not be for you. But the way you actually do get them results is you run ads for them, all right? They're already going to be paying for the ads themselves, which is the most crucial part. You never want to put yourself in a hole where you're not going to be able to get out of in 6 months. So set expectations from the beginning that they pay all the ads, right? They pay all the ads. And moving on to the next step, now that you actually got a client in through your doors, they're interested, you've created a banging offer. Now, what are you actually showing them on the presentation? where you're showing them the exact stuff I'm showing you. You bring a presentation either on Lucidchart or Canva. You provide it as a 3-month partnership, which is crucial. You use pictures like this, right, where you create enticing copy. So geofencing formula, which I'm going to give you guys a freebie right here. Geofencing formula literally just means you put them on Google Maps, you run SEO activated Google retargeting ads, and you pretty much mention that you revolutionize bottlenecks, because that's literally what you do. You create the reviews to either skyrocket from 200 reviews to 400, or you do 100 reviews to 300. You set benchmarks and expectations that you're going to be able to realistically get them from the beginning, because you're letting AI do all this work for you. You're just doing follow-up. If you can bring them 300 clients in 90 days, I assure you they'll pay you however much you want to, because they're making profits on their end. Depending on how much you're charging, obviously, if you're working with window cleaners, their ticket might be lower. But if you're working with high ticket clients, which is exactly what I recommend all my students do, is work with roofers, work with solar guys, work with plumbers, work with emergency based appointments that literally pay the high dividends for people to just show up, do the work for them, get paid. You're going to want to also provide real world numbers. So provide numbers like appointment setters convert 71% or more, which is not a lie. It's actual numbers that are showing in 1 year, this AI sales system will be the new normal. So you want to emphasize fear of missing out, and you want to bring up real world numbers. So just simply do some product research using Perplexity and allow them to understand that there's actual real world numbers for studies, right? In Morocco right now, just for a real life example, in Morocco, 93% of the dental clinics in Morocco are privately owned. That means one person owns that entire clinic. So if they can literally dominate their region, they're gonna fucking print money, okay? And you position it as their early investors into an AI sales system, and you provide real world numbers like, 93% Morocco, right, is privately owned. You're dealing with a lot of competition. You're going to 100% be able to keep them interested enough to provide the next value sought, and which would be an AI application that you hand to them will track where every client is at, right? No client is left unattended, and they want something tangible, right? So if you're using a system like Go High Level, like I was mentioning, you can go SaaS mode, which what SaaS mode means, and I hope I'm not going too fast, but what SaaS mode means is you're selling a software as your own tangible product. And not only does the SaaS benefit from this because they're getting more people to join on their platform, you benefit from this because you can resell the platform, and then the business owner benefits from it because they're able to see live tracking all the features, right? Like endless funnels, live tracking. They're able to see like what numbers they're pulling in that week, opportunity value. They're able to check their calendar right there and then. It honestly results in a win for everyone. That's what I want to emphasize. Everyone wins when you're selling AI sales systems. But when you're selling just AI automations, it's very hard to scale an AI automation system because you're not providing any actual value. You're just doing some guesswork and hoping that, time is saved and the time converts to profits. Time doesn't convert to profits unless you actually get people to pay for services. So when you do something like this, you're tracking leads, you're making sure every lead is nurtured, you're letting an appointment setter pretty much handle their hard work. Like the business owner no longer has to pick up their phone calls, and you just let an appointment setter hook it up all onto the calendar. Like I do mention, Go High Level is the #1 platform to do this on. The very next step on the presentation would be to show them live statistics that they can implement to their own business. So 28 Facebook leads that costed a client $3.41, and they only spent $100 on it. If even they convert only, let's just say 10 of these at a third, 1/3 of this is $30. They just turned $30 into, let's just say the average job cost is like $1,000. They just turned $30 into $30,000. That's how strong it is when you're doing AI sales systems. These are the type of numbers you want to be showing on the presentation because these are the investments that they're willing to make. $30 into $30K. It's a no-brainer. You don't bite on that, right? So show them real life statistics like this because in the end, everyone wins. You get paid for showing real life numbers. They get paid because at the end of their partnership, they hold something tangible. And then not only do they hold something tangible, if they want to continue using your marketing skills that gets them results of turning $30 into $30K, you put them on a retainer. It's as simple as that, right? This retainer can be anywhere from $500 to $1,500 profits because you've already set up the system one time. Now you're asking, well, Kevin, how do I actually set up this system? Well, this is the crazy part when you're selling AI sales systems. You literally get an offshore, okay, offshore developer from the Philippines, Pakistan, India. The only bottleneck you have is that they're not fluent, or they have a hard accent, but they're not fluent in English, etc. So to sell to Americans, I literally tell all my students, you need to have an American accent to sell to Americans. It's very hard to sell to Americans if they don't fully understand you and they don't feel like you're a native. It's very hard to sell to Americans when you don't have an American accent. We're just in late stage capitalism. You can 100% flip the switch if you have banger presentation, if you have a banger pitch deck. But for someone just starting out, like, I'm assuming you're on my page because you were interested in starting your own AI agency, you definitely want to just become a businessman, sell your templates, create your offer and sell your offer, and then just let an offshore developer fulfill, right? Go ahead and find freelancing websites where you can get someone to build these systems out for you, and then you just turn them in. But how do they keep it after 3 months? Because I did mention to you, it's tangible. They want something tangible. Well, you literally just transfer the logins. I cannot stress this enough. This is the number one misconception that people are like, how do you actually sell AI? Well, you just build out the systems. You're the builder, not the pilot. After 3 months, if they don't want to stick on that $500 to $1,500 retainer, you literally just transfer the logins. All right. They are seeing on their end is the same stuff you were turning into them, but they don't mind paying like anywhere from $400 to $600 for the software because they know it's making the money. You're just the tech guy, right? If they ever want something updated, they can 100% call your phone, but you've now sold a $10,000 paid in full contract and you've been able to provide value for them for 90 days. It's almost a no-brainer that they're going to stick with you after 3 months on a retainer, right? If they don't, it's 100% okay. You just transfer them the logins. Evidently, the whole entire system is going to make them money, and it's going to make you money because you're charging 10K, you're charging 15K, and even as low as 5K for just an AI caller. What is an AI caller? It's that appointment setter we were talking about. This is the number one vehicle to be in 2025, and I just want to bring you guys raw value. So if you guys do understand everything I went over, you can 100% understand more deep in through the cracks. So I highly advise you join something like a community, or you click the first link in the description where I literally go in depth and offer you the offer that I'm selling, the offer that currently printing for other AI agencies. And not only that, we study competition in this mastermind, but we also as well take into account for what exact niche works and what exact niche doesn't work. You can't go ahead and sell to, I mean, you probably could, but realistically, dental clinics would like for you to have testimonials. If you have no testimonials, 100% the businesses you should be selling to are blue collar businesses which are not scared of putting their hard-earned money on marketing. They already know marketing works, right? So position a new offer including AI sales systems and you will print money every single time. I kid you not. So like I mentioned, in the mastermind, we go over the actual AI sales systems offer that I'm currently selling. You get access to the templates, you get access to the pitch deck, you get access on how to actually get the clients to show up, because that's the hardest part, is getting them to show up on a Google Meet. You get access to the funnel breakdown, so you get access to how you nurture them up until the calendar, so that when you actually do hop on the discovery, you're just like, okay, how many leads are you bringing in? How many leads are they converting? And then this is how much money you're missing out on, etc. You get access to that. And not only that, you get access to one-on-one coaching to actually get you your first client this month, right? You're going to get access to how to set up your accounts, how to set up your own agency, and understand what exact steps are needed to pretty much show the client, hey, this is what we're going to give you. The same systems we're using, you're going to get, and we're going to convert your leads, and you're going to collect 10K, 15K, 5K, however much you want to charge, right? And your first few clients, charge however much they're willing to give you. Learn the exact systems. That's exactly what I tell my students, since they don't really have any experience, but we 100% want to get them results in the first week to the second week. I mean, you want to get numbers. That's all people care about, is numbers. Okay, that's all you want to get. And across the board, joining a community will 100% benefit you. If not, it's all on my channel. I'm going to continue posting videos like this, showing you guys NAN templates. And when I do show you guys NAN templates, that's pretty much templates that you build one time and you resell. So that kind of gets into the point of not even selling an AI sales system now. Now you're creating individual offers for individual problems, such as automating content creation for online coaches, which the industry is only meant to boom. I kid you not. It feels like SMMA all over again in 2020, but just join a community, join people that are doing the exact same thing that you want to be doing, and you will literally be able to ride the wave and collect paid in full offers. And I kid you not, if you take action today and you get a client, you can 100% reach out to me, ask me, hey Kevin, how do I fulfill? And I will 100% hold your hand up until that point. But otherwise, legends, you guys stay hard, keep working, and like I said, build a future you want to live.